Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And okay. So before we're going for some activities afterwards, I would like to give you a little bit briefing on what actually what are the new motivation that you should have for this particular semester, right? And why we are changing the way how we are doing things, right? Okay. First of all, can I share with you some crazy presentation. Okay, if you can see from here, right? This is Malaysia Higher Education Blueprint, which was launched last year, 2015 until 2025. Two of the shifts that is very important for you is basically shift 1 and shift 9. Shift 1 is to produce holistic, entrepreneurial and balanced graduates. And shift 9 is basically globalized online learning. So this is what we are trying to do now in order for us to fulfill with what the nations, the country has wanted us to produce. So that is why there is no, we change the way how we do things. Okay? The gist of shift 1 Malaysia Higher Education Blueprint is basically balance between ilmu and akhlaq. It's not only about the knowledge, but also the values. We would like to instill values in you. We don't want you just to become somebody who are very intelligent enough, good, excellence in your CGPA, but end up you are not respecting your lecturers, you are not respecting people. Okay, you talk filthy languages, for example. So those are the things that we don't want you to have. Those are not the graduate from UTP. Okay, so we want you to have a balance between ilmu and akhlaq. Okay, because that is part of the aspiration from the Malaysia Higher Education Blueprint as well. We want you to have empathy to other people, trying to put yourself in other people's shoes. We want you to have resilience. Do you know what is resilient? Berjiwa kental. Okay, tabah, persistent, grit. Those are the things that we would like you to have. Okay, so that is why we try to make the change in terms of how we deliver things to you. Okay, it's no longer about content based. It is also about instilling skills and values to you. Okay. The other motivation that we should know is that based on the learning pyramid, if you just listen to my lecture just now, you only remember 5% of it. Okay. But if you start doing things, discussion, practice, teaching others, only then you can get more out of that. So that's why when you attend the lecture before this, any kind of subject, you just attend the lecture and listen, and then suddenly you try to attend the exam question, you don't know how to do. Correct? Correct? That's the normal problem. Because actually you forgot everything what you have listened already. And then you said, never mind lah, I try to read the textbook. But you only get 10% out of it actually. Okay? That is why we try to do now is try to make you into a group base so that you can have lengthy discussion. You can teach others. When you know certain things, you teach others. That makes you remember more. Okay? The next motivation is this. Bloom's taxonomy. Have you come across with this? Pernah dengar tak? Tak pernah. Bloom taxonomy is basically on how we move you from low order thinking skills into high order thinking skills. Kemahiran berfikir aras tinggi. Now people are talking at schools as well. Okay? If you remember, in your exam question, some of the question yang simple marks, state, define, explain or something like that, those are all something that you have to memorize. So it belongs to low order thinking skills. But when it comes to the question like propose, design, create, compare, for example, you don't know what to do anymore. Because that is about higher order thinking skill question. When you were given just a lecture all the time, we will have a tendency to memorize it. So you will only have low order thinking skills. But when we ask you to do things, instead of we teach you, but you teach others and we just facilitate the teaching and learning, that is where we try to bring you to the high order thinking skills. That is in terms Bloom taxonomy. Another motivation is that now, actually, You know nothing about reaction engineering. You know nothing. Maybe you know something. You already watched the videos. Okay, fine. But you may have some like maybe just unistructural punya structure. But we like to bring you into this particular aspect, where basically you can connect all the information that you learn, and basically you can relate to something else. That's what we are trying to bring you. This is what we call as solo taxonomy. Okay? And then 21st century education, this is what we're talking about. Okay? When you are required to be thinking critically, you must be able to communicate clearly, work collaboratively, embrace the culture, develop creativity, and utilize connectivity. So these are all 6 C's we're trying to input in the class, starting from this semester. Okay? So what does it mean? For separation process 2 subject, we will embed active learning and cooperative learning strategy. But for reaction engineering, we look into active learning, flipped classroom, cooperative learning, and problem-based learning strategies. What is that? Okay, I will explain to you afterwards. So what is our expectation? Prepare before the class. Watch the video given when necessary. Attempt the quiz given prior to entering the class. Normally we will give you the quiz before you come into the class, which means that you are required to watch the video, especially for our class, reaction engineering, there will be videos for you, lectures. So you have to watch the videos before you come into the class. Because when you come into the class, we're not going to give lecture anymore. It is all about discussion and discussion. That is why we make you into smaller numbers. Okay, we make 40 of you per class. 40 of you. Okay, and we expect everybody talk. Everybody will talk, everybody will discuss, everybody will give ideas and opinions. That is why we try to squeeze the class into 40. Which means actually we double up our time in making contact with you. Instead of normally we teach 80 of you, some of you will just shy away, maybe hiding under the table or something like that. Now you cannot hide anymore. Okay, but then at the expense of we sacrifice our time. We add more, we double up the time. Okay? So, we would like you to actively participate in the class for you to learn and gain more. Okay? It's not about scoring the exams. It's not about getting high CGPA whatsoever. It is about learning. If you just be able to score, get 4 flat, but basically it's just because you spot the questions, that's nothing. It's nothing for you if let's say afterwards you want to go and get the job. No. You cannot spot the question pun for interview. Okay? But most importantly, we would like you to have fun and enjoy. Okay? So what is flipped learning? Students are given videos to be watched or some materials, not necessarily video, to be read prior to the class hours. Students attempt the quiz or assessment given, and students come to the class and do more activities with the lecturer who acts as the facilitator. Okay? And then, what else that we're doing? Active learning. So this is going to be embedded in mostly separation process 2. Students will be doing some short activities in between the lecture hour, which means that the lecturer will give you about 10 minutes to a 12-minute lecture. They will stop. They will do some activities with you, about 3 to 4 minutes. And after that, they will continue with the lecture. Okay? And then, students will try to discuss specific issues or problems given by the lecturer, and students are picked randomly to share their findings afterwards. Okay? And then, what is this? This is cooperative learning. Okay? Students are divided into groups 4 or 5 heterogeneously, which we already did that. Okay, you already have your own group. Students are given specific problem to be solved in the group. So from week basis, we're going to have a problem for you to solve. Mostly, we will try to tackle the exam questions, but we would like you to solve it as a group. And then we're going to make some activities where you're going to make some sharing out of that. The good thing is that when you try to attempt the exam questions, some of you probably each of the group need to bring a laptop. Okay? At least one rack, because you need to type it out. And then you can store it. So when it comes to the exams, you already have a solution. Voila, you can just start uji kan. Just revise that question, for example. Okay, that's one thing. But also we are going to also give not only exam question, but we're going to give you some open-ended problem, so that you can just you can relate more towards actually what is this reaction engineering or separation process all about. Activity may last between 1 hour up to few weeks. Students evaluate the peer performance using peer evaluation form. I'm going to share with you. This is the form that we're going to use. Share the form of work with you, and then we're going to the student will vary depending on the peer evaluation, which means that it's no longer like a group project that you have encountered before, where basically you have a free rider not doing anything, just put your name and suddenly you get your mark. No, okay, it's going to be different because your friends will rate you. Your friends will giving you marks from time to time. They will give you marks. Not towards only the submission of the project, but in the between of the project, somewhere like that. Okay, so you will get marks from them as well. Okay, so what are the skills to be unlocked? Is teamwork skills, presentation skills, and the values to be unlocked is empathy toward others. Because you know that in your group, each of the respective group, everybody has their own strength, everybody has their own weakness. This is the time for you to get to know each other. You are mixed together with different ethnics, even international students. I put you in different group so that you learn with each other. You know each other better. Okay? The next one that we're going to do from week 9 until week 12, which is after your Raya, is basically problem-based learning. Problem-based learning will be introduced to reaction engineering students related to chapter 6, multiple reactions. Students will be given an open-ended problem to be solved in their own respective group. No prior sharing of information. We are not going to give any lecture. No lecture will be given except few reading materials and link will be recommended. So what you have to do during the class session, you will come and sit in your group and discuss. And then when you go out as well, you need to discuss. But then at the same time, this particular problem will be integrated with separation process 2. Fortunately, separation process 2 is not going to adapt PDI. They're going to teach you something so that you can use that area to answer the problem-based learning that is given in our subject. But then the evaluation will be divided into two. 10% will come from reaction engineering and the 10% will come from separation process 2. It's an integrated project from week 9 until week 12. By week 12, you are expected to make a poster sharing presentation where you will be evaluated as well. Okay, but then from time to time, we as a lecturer, again as your facilitator, we will be there to guide you whether actually you cloud or still direct. Okay, because we don't want you just what is cloud. Back then, you know what is mean by cloud? Cloud to the sea. Cloud. This means that we are going to facilitate you so that you don't go to the sea. Okay, understand? Right. And then students will be doing a final presentation. Perhaps, and then maybe you can do some activity multimedia we can discuss it. But basically, we would like you to highlight this particular what your reflection whatever you need. Every of the group need to create a website so that you can do your reflection there. Get to discover the right. Okay. Skills to be unlocked is problem-solving skills, reading skills, discussion and negotiation skills, and conflict management skills. Because we're gonna be fighting with each other. Okay. And values to be unlocked is resilience and grit. You know what is grit? Perseverance. Endurance of a long marathon. That is grit. Integrity and ownership towards your own project and your own output. So what to expect in your group work? The first one is forming. Okay, this is according to Tuckman's leadership group development. The team act as individuals and there is a lack of clarity about the team's purpose and individual task, as what we're going to do afterwards. Because you are just forming. And after that, what will happen? You're going to be storming. You're going to fight with each other. You're going to accuse each other that you're not doing the job, I'm the one who doing the job, you are not doing things, I'm going to mark you down. For example. That is the storming period, which is normal. It's normal to happen. But you need to make sure that as a group, you need to know how to solve it, how to reduce the tension between you. Okay? Storming conflict arises as people begin to establish their place in the team. Normally, there is a level of consensus and agreement within the team. There is clarity about individual roles. You know what is your role. The role of the leader is important in managing this. Again, for concept cooperative learning and PDL, we're not going to use any leader. We're not going to appoint any leader. Okay, I'm sharing you afterwards. And then afterwards is performing. So if let's say your group have storming quickly and quickly knowing, you can basically performing afterwards. But some of the group maybe they already in storming period, they try to know, and afterwards they are departing because they are not performing. You choose what you want to be for that particular group. And then, so do we need a team leader and follower in your group permanently? No. Okay, so you don't need any team leader in your group. So what is the role of everyone? You select whether you want to be the accuracy coach, you want to be the skeptic, you want to be the moderator, or you want to be the recorder. Moderator tu looks like a leader, but not really the leader. They try to moderate everything, all the opinions they can moderate. Okay, accuracy coach is the one who check accuracy. Before you submit certain things, he's the one who check it. Skeptic is always question. Have we had enough? Have we had enough? Is it enough? Is it enough? This is the role of skeptic. And recorder is the one who record things up. Okay, whatever discussion that you have. Okay. So what's now? I would like you to take your stand up, everybody. Pick up. Please bring your chair to the side. Everybody, please bring your chair to the side. And come back. Buat macam boot camp hari tu, duduk sila balik. I would like all of you to sit together according to your group. Number 1 until number 10, the front line. And then the second row of the ring is from number 11 until 20. The back 21 to 30, and at the back left 31 to 40. Okay, sit in your group, 4 of you together. If you are not sure which group you belong to, you can check your Facebook. There is also a share over there. You can know what is it. The front line here is 1 to 10. Second line 21 to 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 41 to 40. If you meet 4 of you together, sit down, sit down. If they say all of you, 4 of you complete, sit down. Okay, who is Aisyah Nur Hanis? Aisyah Nur Hanis is here? Okay. Okay, Okay, some of you are not here, there will be building in Hong Kong as well. What is the group number? 10. Group 10. Group 10 is over here. Who is group 10? Okay, right now, you are still standing because you didn't find any group members or what? Who still didn't have any group or the group members is not present at all? Zuhair. Group mana? Group 1. If I'm teaching 160 of you, by week 14, inshallah, I will know most of you. But I just know 80 of you lah, so it's you have to take that again. Okay, right, before we move further, I would like you to look at the screen just now. This is basically the form that we use. Okay, first cycle skill evaluation semester May 2006, where basically there is a description, excellence, very good, good, satisfactory, ordinary, marginal, deficient, unsatisfactory, superficial, and no show. So basically you put your group name, you need to put your name, your ID number, your own rating, whether you rate yourself good, excellent, marginal, no show, unsatisfactory, and then you put your team member name, and then you're going to evaluate them as well. What are they? It depends on the rubric up here. There are description that is given, what is good, what is satisfactory. Just follow this. Okay? Is it clear? So we're going to do that during the lecture hours afterwards. Right. So the next thing I would like you to do is basically, each of you try to list down. But it's okay. You can just list down anywhere on your smartphone to disable. 3 things about yourself. But one thing need to be false. Okay? Need to be false. 3 things about yourself within 3 minutes. Just list 3 things about yourself. One thing of it is false, and I would like you to share with your friends, group mates, and ask them to guess which one is the false one. Okay? Yang kedua ni group mana? Group 2. Oh, okay, yang di Hong Kong. Okay, I'll give you 3 minutes. Right. Try to list 3. Actually, listing 3 things just take 1 minute. And afterwards, you can start share with your friends, your group mates. Take turn. One thing to be false.